Hi everyone. Today we will look at Unit 5 Science and Happiness lecture. As you know, before watching the lecture, we have a test. Let's look at the test. We have an audio, so before you start doing the test, you should listen the audio and you should match the words with their definitions. Let's look at the words. The first word is achieve, characteristics, and connection. And here we have three definitions: data, goal, gratitude. Actually, you should understand the meaning of gratitude better, because in the lecture you will hear it many times. And last one, income. Here we have three more words: measure, method, and personality. And last part, we have four words here: relevant, requirement, research, and strengths. Can you please listen to the audio and match these words with their definitions? When you are done with the test, we have a handout here, happiness handout. You should download it, and the handout is this. Let's look at the handout. As usual, we start with a skills focus, and the skills focus is about lecture topic and organization. This is important because in the exam, the first question is generally, what is the topic of the lecture, or what is the organization of the lecture? So you should know how to write these things. So let's look at the introduction here. At the beginning of a lecture, the speaker introduces the lecture topic. The speaker also gives a plan for the lecture. By plan, we mean the organization, the main ideas, and how the lecture will be organized. This will help you focus and organize your notes. Here, there are some common ways to introduce a lecture and the main points of a lecture. Let's look at them today. In today's lecture, first, then, after that, finally, I'd like to, I want to, I'm or we are going to, we will. Get started with, start with, talk about, look at. So when you hear these phrases, you should be ready to catch the topic and the organization of the lecture. Here, we will listen to an introduction from a psychology lecture. Can you please complete the notes using the vocabulary provided? Here we have four words: definition, goals, positive, and research. Listen the audio and complete the notes here. The audio is here, happiness skills focus. Okay, let's look at the transcript now. Today, what is the topic of the lecture? The topic of the lecture, positive psychology. And the lecture language here, we are going to talk about. Okay, this is the lecture language. This is the lecture language, and positive psychology is the topic. What is the organization? Now, let's look at it. There are three parts in this lecture. The first part, I want to start with a definition of positive psychology. This is part 1. After that, we will look at the goals of positive psychology. This is second part, second main idea. And finally, we are going to discuss some research done by positive psychologists. Okay, these are the parts in the lecture. Now let's go on. Let's look at the questions. questions together. Let's look at how many questions there are 10 questions available. The first question, how do psychologists measure happiness? You should write the ways to measure the happiness. And which characteristics are not related to happiness? Next question, which of the three characteristics here, we will hear three characteristics are connected to happiness, related to happiness. So we will hear three things which are not related to 3 or 2. We don't know which characteristics are not related to happiness, and we will hear 3 characteristics that are connected to happiness. And why do some psychologists believe that we cannot learn to be happier? Why some psychologists believe this? You should write the reasons, and it's 2 points actually depending on the completion of the answer. 5. Which field of psychology, you should write the field of psychology here, it is possible to be happier. Next, gratitude visit. What is it? In the lecture, the lecturer gives examples, explain this, so please write the details about gratitude visit. Why does a gratitude visit make people feel happier? What is the reason? You should write it. And how long does it last? Okay, we are happy when we do a gratitude visit, but how long? You should write them. And what is the other method that psychologists have developed to make people happier? One method is gratitude visit. What is the other method? You should write it. What do psychologists say about our personalities? Now you should focus on personalities and what do psychologists say? And last question, what is one of the main points of the lecture? Okay, now can you please pause the recording and watch the audio, watch the video, answer the questions. When you are ready, you will see the transcript and the answers. Okay, let's look at the answers together now. So first question, how do psychologists measure happiness? Which ways or way they use? So one common method psychologists use is interviewing. Okay, this is the word here. Should write interviewing. So just interviewing is the correct answer here. By interviewing, if you explain, ask them questions about their ages, how happy they feel, about their health, income. Okay, this is the explanation actually. But the way to measure happiness is interviewing. Next question, which of the characteristics are not related to happiness? As you see, one of them, money. Money is not related to happiness. Education, it is not related to happiness. And youth, being young, is not related to happiness. Next question, which of the 3 characteristics are connected, are related to happiness? Let's look at them. Family and friends, religious beliefs, and setting goals actually. 3 things, family and friends, religious beliefs, and setting goals. Next question, why do some psychologists believe that we cannot learn to be happier? So the answer is here. This is because research shows that happiness depends a lot on our personality. This is the answer here. If our personality is not relevant to be happy, then we are not happy. And next question. Which field of psychology believe it is possible to be happier? Of course, it is positive psychology. Positive psychology says that we can learn to be happier. And next question, what is the gratitude visit? As I said, you should explain, you should give details as much as possible. So, by gratitude visit, we mean people write a letter, okay, to someone they want to thank. They want to say thank you. And they don't send the letter. They visit the person and read the letter to them. Okay, these are the details about gratitude visit. And next question, why does a gratitude visit make people feel happier and how long does it last? The first one is this. First, it helps them feel more connected to others. This is one reason. And second reason, people are happy because they are giving something. What is something here? Something is their thanks here. Two reasons. They feel more connected to others and they are giving something, so they are happy. And how long? The gratitude visit only makes people happier for about 3 months. Okay, how long? You should just write 3 months here. And next question, what is the other method that psychologists have developed to make people happier? The other exercise is this. Help people focus on positive things in their lives and help them use their strengths to achieve goals. So you can write focusing on positive things and using our strengths to achieve goals. And next question, what do psychologists say about our personalities? This is the key point here. We can't totally change our personalities. You should write it here. You can't take a really unhappy, negative person and make him or her feel super happy all the time, blah, blah, blah. But the key sentence here is this. We can't totally change our personalities. And last question. What is one of the main points of the lecture? And as you see, main point is this. If we really want to, we can all learn ways to feel better. So we can feel better. This is the main points, one of the main points of the lecture. Okay, now let's go back to the page, Schoology page. And here we have dictation audio. Now, can you please pause the recording and listen the dictation exercise? I assume that you are done, so these are the sentences about the lecture. Please check all the sentences and try to understand your mistakes. Okay, that's it for this lesson. Thank you and see you.